The Knicks finding a way to hold on and win Game 4. They're now up 3-1 in the series. Welcome into Playoff Central Live. Ashley Shamedy here with Wesley Matthews. We've got Devin Harris as well. We were just on the edge of our seats that entire, honestly, fourth quarter, I would say. Last couple of minutes of it especially. This game, everything you could want. So entertaining, you guys. And for the Knicks to be able to hold on like that, what did you think about, let's start with just the final couple seconds, 8 seconds. Pistons obviously had a chance so late in the game.
You're doing. You're getting leads. You're beating this team for the majority of the game, just not when it counts.
Jalen Brunson with 15 points in that fourth quarter alone after that ankle injury. Here he is after the game.
Knicks fans are...
Jalen with that ankle injury in the third quarter. He went back to the locker room, got it taped up, came back in the fourth, scored 15 points. And obviously Karl-Anthony Towns, what he was able to do in those clutch moments as well to win this game. But we got to just talk about the last possession for the Pistons because they did have an opportunity there. Cade Cunningham takes a shot, but unfortunately didn't go in. Do we think that last shot should have been called a foul? I know JB Bickerstaff was irate when the clock ran out.
Was there contact? Yes.
Yeah.
Looking at how the game was called the entire way.
Now they have to go back to New York. I mean, you said you can live with that shot that Cade just tried to make there at the end. But to go back to the Garden down 3-1, I mean, what do they have to be feeling right now after a game like this?
They just got to be...
It's disappointment for sure.
Yeah.
It's more than that, though, man. You had Towns in foul trouble for a whole half. Jalen Brunson in foul trouble for a whole half, left with an ankle injury. You made that run.
Fought your way back.
You can't turn the ball over 17 times. You can't keep giving these guys opportunities. And not to mention the offensive rebounds. They had 14 offensive rebounds. I mean, it was just target practice.
I'm going more so like defensively. Brunson comes back into the game. Where's the weak side defense? I mean, you're continuing to allow him to get into the paint and play one-on-one, but there's no rotation coming over to try to defend the best clutch player in the NBA continue to attack your defense and get bucket after bucket in the fourth quarter. You got to make somebody else beat you.
Is it just the inexperience of this Detroit team? I mean, they went on an 11-2 run to end that first half. We haven't even talked about the first half yet because they did not start off very well at all. The turnovers, just the missed shots, just not playing in rhythm. It wasn't great in that first probably quarter and a half. And then they went on that 11-2 run with 2 minutes left in the second quarter. They were able to go down by just 7 entering half. Then they had an outstanding third quarter, outscored the Knicks 28-14. And to lose this way, is it just not being able to play with a lead?
Well, that and just not be able to play within the playoffs. This is the first time this team has played in this type of atmosphere. Mm-hmm. And we saw it throughout this whole series where they've been able to get leads but not be able to hold them because they don't value the possessions. We talk about the turnovers and the bad shots and taking the right shots, but playoff basketball is about valuing each possession. And, yeah, you can fight your way back into it, but when it comes down to fourth quarter and the game is tight, you got to be able to get good shots, got to know where those shots is coming from, and you got to be able to run your offense to a T. And turnover after turnover or not getting good shots with a team, you give it to Brunson where he knows where to go with the basketball. If you double him, he's skipping it to Karl-Anthony Towns forward 3. He's getting to the paint. They're getting the shots that they want late game. Detroit, not so much.
Jalen Brunson in the third, when he went down with that ankle injury, I mean, it did not look good.
Start, stop, the herky-jerky, the wiggle that he plays with, I mean, it's incredible, especially off one angle.
Yeah.
You know, so for him to play at his pace, and it looks like he didn't skip a beat at all, I mean, that's impressive.
He missed some time in the regular season with the ankle injury, but playoff Jalen Brunson, I mean, how elite is this man?
I mean, at his size, going right off the opposite foot, left on the weak side. The recognition and the point guard play is huge in playoff basketball, and he's a big-time player, and he's doing big-time things.
Clutch player of the year for a reason, 4 of 7 from the 3. Of course, Karl-Anthony Towns hitting those huge shots in clutch time as well. He was 5 of 6 from the 3. This one in favor of the Knicks, but let's go ahead and hear from Detroit Pistons head coach JB Bickerstaff. He is at the podium now addressing the media.
JB, can you just take us through that final minute? Obviously, some big shots from Cat there at the end, and some big shots by TSJ as well. But just how did you see things play out on that final play on last minute?
I mean, they made some tough ones. There are situations where, we didn't close out strong enough where we helped a little bit too much in positions where we didn't have to. But, again, there was great offensive players making offensive plays down the stretch.
What did you see from K? Obviously, triple-double really led the charge in the third quarter. Just how much did he step up and do?
It's just what he's been doing. He's been that guy for us all year. We knew, we were going to have to rebound the ball. I thought he did a great job on the defensive boards. He's got to carry us a lot on the offensive end of the floor. The burden is heavy on him, but I think he comes through for us, over and over again.
Coming back down from 16 points, can you just take us through what was clicking for you guys in the second half?
Yeah, I think it started, at the end of that second quarter. That group was playing with great energy. They were scrappy. They played with great quickness and speed. But the effort kicked up because it was a struggle early for us to kind of find it. But, we found a way to just keep it within 12, and then we were able to go on that little run to end the quarter. And I think that gave us some life going into the second half and some belief that we could get it done.
JB, to have last game end the way it did, and then this game, a substantial lead on your guys' end, and then it come down to the final seconds. In your experience, how do you coach through that and improve from there?
Again, we are learning our way through, every challenge that's in front of us. And I think our guys have done a great job of learning from one moment to the next. Obviously there's some things where I can help our guys more down the stretch, and I can be better, and I will be. But just understanding where our shots are coming from, who's getting those shots, the spacing I've ever been in a home court situation for sure. And our guys feed off that. Like, our guys care about, what the fans think about them and how they feel about them, and they play for them. And that's when you've got something special. And I'm hoping that, again, the longer we're together, that this continues to build. And this is the way it is every night, regular season or playoffs.
JB, did you like the shot Cade got at the end with 8 seconds, whatever, and then the ensuing shot where there was no call? What did you think of that?
Cade got his shot. He got to his spot, and he got to his shot, and and had the shot that he liked and that we all like. And I trust Cade to take that shot, 100 times in a row. And again, you go back and look at the film. The guy leaves his feet. There's contact on Tim Hardaway's jump shot. I don't know any other way around it. There's contact on his jump shot. The guy leaves his feet. He's at Timmy's mercy. And I repeat, there's contact on his jump shot.
Just one quick follow-up, if I could. The turnover issue, repeat, and I know it was a scrappy game, but how do you clean that up?
The Knicks finding a way to hold on and win Game 4. They're now up 3-1 in the series. Welcome into Playoff Central Live. Ashley Shamedy here with Wesley Matthews. We've got Devin Harris as well. We were just on the edge of our seats that entire, honestly, fourth quarter, I would say. Last couple of minutes of it especially. This game, everything you could want. So entertaining, you guys. And for the Knicks to be able to hold on like that, what did you think about, let's start with just the final couple seconds, 8 seconds. Pistons obviously had a chance so late in the game.
You're doing it. You're getting leads. You're beating this team for the majority of the game, just not when it counts.
Jalen Brunson with 15 points in that fourth quarter alone after that ankle injury. Here he is after the game.
Knicks fans are...
Jalen with that ankle injury in the third quarter. He went back to the locker room, got it taped up, came back in the fourth, scored 15 points, and obviously Karl Anthony Towns, what he